Today we're going to be looking at a basket of altcoins. I have the Bitcoin chart up because that's kind of where I want to start things off. And Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin will now will be moving the market and will be our first indicators that would then affect altcoins. So we are at the start of a new week. We're currently printing at 13,156. However, the previous candle we have closed above $13,000. This is good twofold. One, we're 23% above the weekly moving average, which is a very good cushion, and that kind of brings us to where we were in the month of August. And around the month of August, we did see some good returns on our altcoin positions. Same thing in the month of May to June-ish, that kind of sideways action above the weekly moving average, our altcoin positions showed returns. Secondly, if we move to the monthly candles, monthly time frame, we are nearing the end of October. It is currently October 26th. This is going to be the last week of October, and it looks, we can hope, but it looks like Bitcoin's going to close around this level, and more specifically, at least above $13,000. What does this mean? Well, that would be the second highest monthly candle close in Bitcoin's history, coming second to the month of December 2017, where we reached the peak of the last cycle. And also, if you would like to know, that the candle close for that month in December was $13,880. So this is good. We're trending upwards. We're above the weekly moving average. What can we hope Bitcoin to do now to then show positive results in our altcoins? Because if you hold any altcoins, whether that's Ethereum, Chainlink, Cardano, any of those altcoins, your positions are probably bleeding a bit. And this is because of two things. One is we can use the most recent example. When Bitcoin starts trending upwards, starts like moving upwards quite quickly, like what we seen in the month of October, where we were at 10,300, now we're at 13,000. Everyone's trading their altcoin positions into Bitcoin. It's going in back into Bitcoin, and your altcoins against Bitcoin starts to bleed because they're not moving. They're sitting and watching. Your US dollar valuations might be okay. It won't be taking as much of a hit as your Bitcoin against Bitcoin ratios. But regardless, that's still not good. Secondly, if when Bitcoin drops very substantially, like what we saw at the last week of August, then same thing happens. You're probably worse. Your altcoin positions against Bitcoin, as well as the US dollar valuations, start to drop. And both of these scenarios are not good. It's not terrible, but it's not good. But because we're above the weekly moving average at such a decent percentage at 23%, even if we drop a little bit, we're still well above the moving average, and we can still be bullish. And altcoins can still have a chance to move. And that's why sideways action is so prudent here and so important, and something that I'm hoping for, because if Bitcoin moves up, altcoins get hit. If Bitcoin moves down, altcoins get hit. If Bitcoin moves sideways, well, that's the gist right for the porridge. Not too hot, not too cold. Altcoins like it like that. Altcoins will move up. So that's kind of the starting point. Whenever you want to look at what altcoins might do, at least generally, it's always important to look at where Bitcoin is against the moving average. Is Bitcoin bullish? Is Bitcoin bearish? Is Bitcoin moving sideways? Like those kinds of factors are important when determining what your expectations are for your altcoins, at least in the short term. So the first one we're going to be looking at is Chainlink. Chainlink has been on an incredible run since its inception. I unfortunately don't have any Chainlink because well, I was focusing on building my positions elsewhere, and and when I came to the point where I was ready to build my position for Chainlink, it was just the valuations were too rich for me, and I'm kind of maybe sitting this one out at least for the time being. But right now could be a decent time to start looking at Chainlink, at least against Bitcoin. When we look at Chainlink, oddly enough, the 20 weekly moving average also seems to act as some kind of support as well for Chainlink. We could see that Chainlink goes on these boom and bust or kind of these run ups and corrections, and it always kind of ends up at the 20 weekly moving average. From here, here, this one here, and right now here. Now there are some instances like these two here and here where Chainlink does go below, but we always end up shooting back upwards. This is something to take a look at because right now we're nearing that 20 weekly moving average. Chainlink has been retracing ever since it hit $20, and we are going through this kind of wedge you can see here where they're printing higher daily candles every so often and lower highs at the same time. And so we're kind of coming at the cusp of this wedge here. So if you are interested in possibly adding to your position, if you already have like a decent bag, or you're trying to look to get in to Chainlink, this might be a good time for you. Now, oddly enough, with hindsight, this moment here and this moment here would have been the best times to buy. But hindsight's always 2020, and we can only anticipate and react to what the market's going to do for us. So that's Chainlink. I am considering maybe making a position. I'm not sure. I don't want to buy. I feel like my positions right now are pretty good, and I'm hesitant on adding too many altcoins. But Chainlink seems to be one that I'm on the fence about. Not because it's a bad project or not because it's not going to show returns. It's just that the valuations were so high. I'm kind of contemplating on, well, how much do I have? Well, how much can Chainlink give me at this point? But if you are one that's already had a position and you're looking to increase your position, now is might be an opportune time. If you're wanting to do a short-term trade, like this also might be a good time because we are nearing the end of this triangle here, and you will. We are anticipating to see a move either to the upside or to the downside, most likely to the upside, considering what I mentioned before with Chainlink being at that weekly moving average. Even if it drops a little below like what it's doing now, history has shown us that it's likely that Chainlink will shoot back up. The second one will be Ethereum. Ethereum has been hurting ever since its bullish run from the month of August, essentially, when it was trying to get to $500. Now, what was Bitcoin doing in the month of August? Well, that's a very good question. It was here. This range-bound Bitcoin here, where we're pretty well above the moving average, mind you. Ethereum went on a run, and this is what I was talking about. Ethereum will go on this run when Bitcoin moves sideways, and Bitcoin is well above the weekly moving average. People are going to start investing into altcoins, and this is kind of like what I'm anticipating with Ethereum now. If Bitcoin, and that's a big if Bitcoin decides to move sideways for the next few weeks, anticipate that Ethereum, Chainlink, and other altcoins will benefit from that. And we are seeing this kind of descending wedge as well. That price is coiling within this wedge. And again, we are nearing this wedge sometime in the beginning of November. We might see some kind of reaction towards Bitcoin, whether that's to the upside or to the downside. And Bitcoin's going to play a pretty big part in that. If Bitcoin decides to shoot up, then we're just going to see a candle go straight down. And or if Bitcoin decides to move sideways for this week, then the following week in November, Ethereum might become bullish, and then we'll see a move to the upside. So usually that's a bullish pattern, but I'll be honest, it really depends on what Bitcoin wants to do. I already have a decent size of Ethereum, but if you want to up again, this could be another trade that you might be looking for, looking to do at least in the short term. If Bitcoin does move sideways and Ethereum does shoot up, then expect a $500 plus Ethereum in the coming weeks. And the next two are interesting choices. It's Compound and Uniswap. And first we'll look at Compound. And I'm not gonna there's no triangle or pattern that I can show on either chart. But both of these cryptocurrencies, and with Compound, it did release during that pretty amazing run up of DeFi projects. So like Kava, Uniswap, Compound, all those different coins, they showed amazing run-ups, and you could see when the initial token launch in June, it just shot right up. But ever since, it's been trending downwards. However, when looking at the valuations at the very top, it's been a 74% correction. From the local top, so back in September, it's a 66% drop. So I think obviously people were buying the hype at the beginning. They bought the hype, and it was just simply too overvalued for the age of the token, and it's continuing to drop. But I think eventually, like at this point, it is perhaps being perceived as undervalued, because these giant swings in these prices, it's never going to always immediately go down to what the fair market value is of these coins. It's going to be either extremely overvalued or extremely undervalued, and then it kind of slingshot back up. And that's my opinion. So if you are looking for a more risky play, Compound or Uniswap might be an option. And it looks like we potentially might see a bottom here in Compound at 0.007429 Bitcoin. We'll see. It's kind of hesitating here. And again, it's all dependent on Bitcoin. Uniswap is going to be the same thing. Look at this. Like this insane 2 days of Uniswap trading. It was like 3,000%. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like that's insane. However, ever since then, it's been trending downwards, and from the wick down to where we are right now, to 73% drop, and even to the candle body, we're looking at a 66.7% drop. So I'm considering. I know I said that back when we were talking about Link, that I'm kind of hesitant on buying other altcoins, but Uniswap is new. I have no idea where the price is going. I do anticipate that at the beginning of these tokens like Compound and Uniswap, that it's going to oscillate and slingshot from overvalued to undervalued and back to overvalued. So I am considering Uniswap. I like the project, and I feel like when altcoins really get going, Uniswap is going to be one of the going to be one of the exchanges to benefit the most from it, especially if it's going to be ERC20 tokens that are going to be traded the most. Uniswap is going to benefit, and because of that, my bet is probably towards Uniswap. So I'm still thinking about it, but I'm most likely going to be starting. This is where I didn't get any Uniswap through the that airdrop that happened, because I didn't use Uniswap at the time. But this might be the time now that I start building my position. And I'm not going to be putting like everything now, but I'm going to be putting a little bit. So this will be my starting position. If it starts to drop further, then I will dollar cost average my way down. However, if it moves up, then I'll know what I already put in. I'm happy to have at least there, so it's not going to be that little. But yeah, that's essentially the video for today. Just to reiterate, uh, keep your eyes on Bitcoin for the next for this week. I don't know if altcoins will move this week, but Bitcoin, if it continues to move sideways, then expect in the following week, in the first week of November, that altcoins truly start to benefit, and you'll start seeing your altcoin positions start moving up. Thank you for watching. Liked if you liked the video, subscribed if you really like it, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.